So I want to ask you this question. Are you the guy that has more online friends than actual real life friends? And are you the guy that only speaks to people that you haven't actually met and you haven't actually spoke to in real life? And are you the guy that sits all day long on his laptop, on his computer, playing video games till the end of the night? And with people and with virtual friends that don't give a fuck about you? And are you looking to build up solid relationships and a basic foundation of new friends and of new people who like you and of new people who are actually interested in you that you can actually create memories and create a life around with? And are you tired of always people calling you out as a loser and as a no-lifer and do you want to change that? Then this video is for you. Stick around to find out everything you need to know about the truth of your online friends and why they shouldn't matter to you and how they aren't actually your real life friends, as well as how you can change that and how you can build up new and solid foundations and new friends that will turn your whole life around. So my story, I was about 13 or 14 years old. I was just a small, short, skinny, and I didn't actually have a life. And everyone would just call me a no-lifer and a loser. And I lived in a simple day-to-day life routine where I just woke up and I instantly jumped to playing video games on my PlayStation. And yeah, that was just it. That was just my life when I was 13 or 14 years old. And I would just play video games for 12 to 13 hours a day until I eventually got to sleep at 5 a.m. And I wouldn't even have the time to eat with my own family because I was just too busy playing the video game and I was afraid of missing out of playing with my online friends and having what I called fun. And even sleeping, I didn't have enough time to sleep because also I was too busy and my mind was too distracted and my family will just bring me food into my room like a fucking dog and I would just eat while I played my video games with my online friends. So yeah, that was my life. And I'm not gonna lie, it was a temporary fun that I had while I was young. And yeah, I made some memories that I remember. And to be honest, these online friends were the only friends I had, and they were the only friends that I only talked to. Because when I turned off the PlayStation, I realized that no one actually gave a fuck about me except these online friends. So it was some kind of a good thing in order to have them. And I was thinking that I was social in some way because I was talking to people. But in reality, I was a loser that didn't have the ability to make any new real life friends because I was so weird to be around people that didn't play the same games as me. If I met someone in real life and he didn't play the same games as me and he wasn't interested in the things I was interested in, and I wouldn't get along with anyone except my online friends. But I didn't know that online friends can be a replacement for your real life friends and that they can be a replacement for your social life, and you can spend your whole life and eternity sitting alone in your room playing all day long. So today I'm going to show you the truth about your online friends and why they don't actually give a shit about you. I'm going to show you the truth and I'm going to explain to you the disadvantages of sitting in your room all day long playing video games and why it's bad for you, in the hope that you realize and you'll have the realization that you need to actually stop playing with your online friends and take a step back from everything related to video games. And hopefully you'll put a limit to this situation that's ruining your childhood and that's taking your life and your time away. First of all, I want to make it clear that your online friends aren't actually your real life friends, because first, the reason you are friends with these people is because you share one common interest with them, and that common interest is video games and playing video games online. So you don't have a solid foundation and you actually don't have something that will build you off in this relationship. So you're only using them to take advantage of them, to play video games with someone instead of playing alone. And they are also taking advantage of you so they can also have someone to play video games with. But I imagine that your online friends are actually nice people and they are actually nice human beings, can make you feel nice and that you can talk to. And I guess that sometimes your online friends can open up to you and you can open up to them. And of course, I may know the feeling of having online friends because in reality, I know it's an escape and it was an escape for me when I didn't have actually any real life friends. So my online friends and video games were the only escape I had from reality. So that's the thing that got me attached and it got me just playing video games for 14 hours a day. And I always thought of myself as a disliked person, that people would hate me. And because back then I didn't have any features about myself and I didn't have anything to tell people and I didn't have stories to tell to make people like me, except that I was just good at playing video games and I had a high rank in Fortnite and in Warzone, and the only feature that I had was I was good at every single game that my hand touched. But no one actually cared and no one actually gave a fuck about my high rank and my video game skills. Think of it, if you're playing video games for 7 hours minimum a day and it's giving you some pleasure and it's giving you some satisfaction, but what is it taking from you in return? And have you ever wondered what was the sacrifice for this pleasurable thing that you're doing? And it's making your own parents dislike you, and it's making your own parents be ashamed of you when they're seeing people your age and kids your age living a normal life and their parents are proud of them while you're just sitting in your room all day playing video games. And it's just killing and taking away your whole entire life. And to be honest, playing video games gives your brain the highest desire and the highest accomplishments that a man and a human being can have. And it signals to your brain that you are accomplishing many of the human desires like contribution, competitiveness, brotherhood, and leveling up yourself, and seeing yourself in the high ranks, and it makes you superior to people in low ranks, and you think of yourself as a high value man, and it makes you think that you are living the dream life of every single man. And I think we can relate to this. And I just always thought that I was living the most happy life I could ever wish for. While I was living this dream life that is only getting better and better, my real life started getting worse and worse. Why would I detach myself from playing online video games when it's providing me the most happiness I could ever wish for? And why would I stop playing video games when my online friends and my virtual life is better than my own real life? So it only seemed logical to me to keep on playing video games and to keep on abusing the source of virtual happiness that's been given to me for free. And there's the high chance that you are also going through the same things that I was going through when I was 13. And there's a high possibility that you have some problems with your own life. Maybe it's with your parents disliking you and being ashamed of you. Because I know the feeling when you enter a lobby with your online friends, whether you're playing Call of Duty, Fortnite, or any single video game. And the moment you just join, you instantly get the love and attention and the hype. And you just feel like these online friends love you and they are the only people that actually care about you. And I just want to assure you that the moment your real life gets better is the moment you take a step back from video games and from virtual reality. Because once you stop trying to escape and once you actually stand up and face reality and face your own problems in your own life, then your life will only get better and it will only change for the better. But in order for this life to advance and in order for this life to get better, you need to have the realization of the disadvantages of video games, and you need to realize the sacrifice that video games is taking away from you. Because I'll tell you this, when I played for 14 hours a day and I eventually wanted to go to sleep at 5, 6 a.m. in the morning, do you think that when I didn't do anything the whole day and I went to sleep at 6 a.m. in the morning, do you think I was happy and I was living a normal life? Just picture that. Imagine sleeping at 6, 7 a.m. when you're just done playing video games, and people at that time are waking up to start off their day, and some people are waking up to go to the gym and they are just building their life around and they are progressing in every single way in their real life, while you're just sleeping like a little monkey waiting for the next day to come around so you can just repeat the same routine over and over. Just picture how fucked up this scenario is. And if you want to hear something even shittier to give you the realization of how your life is fucked up, imagine that it's summer and you're spending your whole life around, locked up in your own room playing video games and watching some shitty YouTube videos. And while you're doing that, you look up to Instagram and to different social media platforms, and you see your friends and people your age having fun and playing around with their friends, and they are just doing activities together, like maybe camping together. They are just having fun and they are just spending summer like a natural, happy human being would. And this friend that you are looking up to on Instagram that's living a normal life isn't doing anything interesting, but he's just spending some time with friends in summer. Maybe they are just walking, maybe they are just talking, but he's just a normal human being, just living his life and making some memories that he will remember in the future with his friends, and he's living the childhood that's been taken away from you. Just think of it for a second. Someone is having a childhood and someone is living a normal life that you would also like to have. That was my life 4 years ago. Until I took a huge step back from video games and I took a huge step back from playing with my online friends and everything related to this shit. And I'm assuming that this is where your life is right now and you'd like to change it. So now that I've showed you how playing video games is ruining your life, I'm hoping that you're just fully convinced that it's bad for you and you'd like to turn your whole life around. And I'm gonna show you how you can do it with a small phrase or with a small paragraph. And this starts with your mind, and it starts with the belief you have, and the belief that you need to acquire is that you have a purpose and you have a life to live up to, and you need to realize that you are becoming a man with responsibilities and you need to start relying on yourself more often. And you must do one thing, and this thing is really simple, and it's to take a step back from every single thing that's gonna drag you down, whether it's your online friends trying to get you back to play video games or whether it's some entertaining YouTube video that is giving you some kind of satisfaction. And once you take a step back from these pleasurable things that you do, you're gonna start naturally changing up every single habit that you have and every single habit that you do in a day. But the most important thing that you must do is you must understand the crucial dangers which come from the habits that you do every single day. And you must understand the sacrifices that you are putting yourself up to, and in the hope that you'll be able to differentiate between what activity is good for you and what activity is bad for you. And yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it. I recorded this video in the hope that you realize how bad video games is, and in the hope that I'll change your beliefs, because your beliefs are the only things that are holding you back. And if you believe that video games is bad for you, then that's the only thing you need in order to change up your whole life and to take a step back from it. And I hope that this video was useful to you in some way. That's all I have to say. Remember, brothers, always take action. Peace.